The university held a spring carnival, but it didn't just focus on fun and games.
Learn more about the message behind the event.
Numbers have more than doubled in the last few years in people with eating disorders. Does today's digital world have anything to do with it?
The minority student population only makes up about 20% of the campus community. Hear from some of those students about what it's like going to a predominantly white institution. UATV starts right now.
Welcome to this Wednesday night edition of UATV. I'm Kennedy Smith.
And I'm Noah Kim. Thanks for joining us.
The university will host a fashion show to bring awareness to sexual assault.
Denim Day brings awareness to the fact that anyone can experience sexual assault regardless of their clothing.
The fashion show will feature various outfits made out of denim created by students.
The event will take place tonight at 7:30 in the Verizon Ballroom.
Around 5.4 billion people currently use social media apps on a regular basis.
UATV's McKenna Earnhardt joins us live to tell us how this can impact users' body image.
I sat down with one woman who started struggling with eating disorders at a very young age, but has finally found her freedom through sharing her story.
I used to restrict my food intake until I was literally starving.
22-year-old Sydney Johnson has struggled with eating disorders since age 11.
Not ever was there a point where I was just steady in what I was doing. It was always like starving, restricting, eating a lot, starving, restricting, eating a lot, feeling guilty for it, doing it again, and the cycle repeats.
An estimated 30 million people in the U.S. struggle with an eating disorder.
I used to weigh myself 12 times a day.
Eating disorders can start for a number of reasons, but in Sydney's case, her obsessive-compulsive disorder is what caused her battle with food.
We're never going to have control over anything in life. So if I continue to seek something, this perfectionism that my OCD as a little kid has taught me to seek, I'm never going to find it.
Sydney is now healthy and happy, but her fight against the illness has just begun.
If social media is going to break people down, I need to build people up. And that's where Weightless Worth began. As I shared my story more and more, it gained more and more traction. And that's where I saw freedom come in.
While Sydney is using her platform to spread awareness, social media can also be a breeding ground for cyberbullying. The American Psychological Association stated that reducing social media use can have a positive effect on body image. Therapist and eating disorder specialist Lizzie Adams has seen the effects of this directly.
Your mental health is worth so much more than being up on the trends on Instagram.
Eating disorders are not one size fits all. There's many different types, each portraying different symptoms.
Avoid using language like good or bad when you're talking about foods, or even avoid using the terms healthy and unhealthy. The definition of healthy is just the absence of disease.
This is a lesson that through years of growth, Sydney has come to learn herself.
I don't want to sit across from my friends anymore and not be able to enjoy the meal because I'm so worried about what I'm putting in my body.
Sydney says she now practices the 80-20 rule that dietitians recommend, where she eats nutritious 80% of the time, and that other 20%, well, she goes and gets that ice cream with her friends. Reporting live for UATV, I'm McKenna Earnhardt.
Thanks, McKenna. Specialists say for a full recovery, early treatment remains important.
The Eating Disorders Coalition of Arkansas includes a full list of local resources on their website.
Well, and here's a look at the forecast for this evening. I hope you enjoy the outdoors because it's beautiful right now. It's going to continue to do so. Light chance for maybe an isolated shower. It'll start to increase overnight into tomorrow morning, 60s lowering into the 50s. Here's a look at the dog walking forecast for tomorrow. Here's my other dog, Baker. Now in the morning, there could be some issues. We could see a couple isolated showers and thunderstorms with increasing chances later on in the day. I'll have the full forecast, coming up in just a little bit.
With the school year coming to a close, many reflect on the past year.
This leaves some wondering what earning a degree at this university as a person of color or international student is like. Eva Campbell spoke with some students who graduate or graduated in May, and she joins us with more on what life was like for them at the U of A.
From talking to minority students today, I learned just how important resources like the Multicultural Center and the International Office are. But though they can find a community of people, some still struggle to reach the majority population.
During my undergrad, I'll go to class and I'll just sit there. Nobody will talk to me. I won't talk to anyone.
Juliet Espinosa Beitia came to the United States in 2019 to attend college at the university.
It was kind of stressful, kind of an adjustment, because first, English is not my first language. English is my second language. And I knew English, but I knew how to speak English. I didn't know how to apply it for academics.
She's in grad school now here, and she got involved with the International Student and Scholar Office.
Because that's a lot of things that we have here in the international office. Like, we do a lot of international monthly events.
She says she struggled and still struggles to connect with the American students on campus.
Mostly the people that are in those events are international, and we don't know how to reach the American students.
And it's not only as an international student. The University of Arkansas is a predominantly white institution, with over 79% of the student body being white. 11% is Hispanic or Latino, and only 5.2% is Black or African American.
And because of that, many minority students feel they have to act a certain way to be accepted on campus.
Shurjeel Naeem came to the university as a minority student.
For us, POCs or people that are part of other minority groups and stuff, we feel like we oftentimes have to hide aspects of ourselves to make other people feel more comfortable.
And Beitia calls faculty to help with this feeling.
I know there is a communication class that usually invite the international culture team, but it's only one professor. So it's why the other faculty could do the same and invite us so they can break those stereotypes. Getting involved a little bit more with the faculty so that the students, they may be afraid, but it's we don't bite. So
Beitia and Naeem say resources like that gave them a place they could truly feel like themselves. They extend the invite to all of the campus community to come out to their events in the future. Maybe if more people come, if more people come to their events, it may bring the campus community together. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Eva Campbell.
One event coming up is the Multicultural Center graduation. It takes place next Tuesday at 6 in the Union Ballroom.
Calling all future graduates, the football stadium opens its doors for senior pictures. This Friday, Razorback Athletics will open the Donald W. Reynolds Stadium from 11 to 3. The department encourages both graduates and their immediate family to come. For those wanting to attend, you can RSVP online.
The University of Arkansas hosted its annual Spring Carnival earlier today. This event took place at the Union Mall from 2 to 6 p.m. Students and faculty got a chance to eat free cotton candy and to listen to some live music. Different groups set up stands all throughout the Union Mall. The group who hosted the event hoped attendees got a chance to learn more about alcohol education and Narcan training through this carnival.
The university pedals towards sustainability. How one organization celebrates biking for recreation and transportation.
As the semester wraps up, stress increases.
It's the easy thing to grab that helps you feel like you can power through.
How students turn to caffeine for support.
The 10th annual Bike Fest rides its way to the Hill tomorrow. The festival aims to increase awareness for the opportunities around biking. The Office of Sustainability will team up with local and campus organizations for this event. The festival will occur from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow in the Union Mall.
The university's Earth Week celebration wraps up Friday. The Office for Sustainability will host a trash cleanup at Mullins Creek. Volunteers will meet at Lot 56B at 1 and will pick up trash until 2:30. The office will provide garbage bags and grabbers.
Finals are right around the corner and stress might be at an all-time high for students. Paige Edmond joins us live to share how some students might fix their stress by coping with caffeine.
With caffeine consumption on the rise, many students are incorporating it into their daily routine.
As finals week approaches, students turn towards caffeinated drinks to stay active and alert. University of Arkansas sophomore Callie Files says she consumes around 3 caffeinated beverages a day.
I am a very low energy person in general, so it's hard for me to keep motivated.
For many, caffeine has become a part of their daily routine.
So in the mornings I wake up and I get a cup of coffee, and then in the afternoon I drink another cup of coffee. I just decide sometimes if I want to have a Red Bull.
Campus dietitian Andy Montgomery believes students are turning towards caffeinated drinks because of the stress and their easy access.
It's the easy thing to grab that helps you feel like you can power through a long day of classes or a long study session.
Caffeinated beverages can have several adverse effects on people if overconsumed.
Caffeine comes with added sugars and added fat that our body doesn't need.
Montgomery recommends getting a full night's sleep and other alternatives to maintain high energy levels.
I'd say starting with a well-balanced diet before turning to caffeine is one step that a student could take.
Finals can be stressful, and relaxation is just as important as studying. They recommend getting 8 hours of sleep, maintaining exercise, and keeping a protein-rich diet.
Thanks, Paige. The FDA shares more information on safe caffeine consumption on its website.
One women's conference celebrates an anniversary. How Gather 25 plans to celebrate.
Look out to the west. There's a lot of activity going down, and that means severe weather's on the way. I'll let you know when and where coming up after the break.
A global event will take place next year, and a group comes together to celebrate. Brenna Ralston joins us live with more.
If you're looking for a new community here in Fayetteville, Bonnie King is organizing an event in 2025 that might pique your interest.
Teaching assistant professor at the University of Arkansas, and I teach in the K-6 teacher preparation program, and I also help gather women every year for something called If Gathering.
If Gathering is a women's conference that started in Texas in 2015, and for their 10-year anniversary, they're doing something a little different.
Next year, on March 1st, 2025, is going to be the first ever global gathering of every believer. There's about 2.5 billion Christians on earth.
While Gather 25 is the first time the conference is open to everyone, Bonnie King has been organizing If U of A for the past few years.
All of my friends that I work with at the university and any college students that I know, and just invite them to come together and just encourage each other and find new community.
Gather 25 will also be open to anyone who is wanting to learn about the Christian religion.
For more information, go to their Instagram page at Gather25. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Brenna Ralston.
For those unable to attend the conference in person, a live broadcast will be available online.
And here's a look at that forecast for tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit cooler than it was today, but that's because showers and storms are expected for a large portion of the day, mostly in the PM hours. So we're talking afternoon into the evening. There could be a couple showers and storms, so you will want an umbrella across campus. Now notice the regional satellite, there's a little bit of activity in Oklahoma. Nothing like what's going to be potentially on the way over the next couple of days. We got several rounds of energy to the southwest, as well as a system that's going to be sitting pretty much idle over our area over the next couple of days. That translates to severe weather. Now, here's a look at our exclusive storm zone. This kind of combines a couple of those outlooks so it's less confusing. And as you can see, there's going to be a lower risk for maybe a couple strong to severe storms that is just outside of our area right now. Better risk to the west. That's for tomorrow. On Friday, that shifts to the east to include our area. Then coming up on Saturday, here's a noticeable enhanced risk area. And the Storm Prediction Center doesn't usually issue these this far out. And there is the potential that there could be a significant severe weather outbreak depending on what the conditions are going to be like day of and the storm modes for Wichita, Kansas, Tulsa, Oklahoma City areas highlighted in that area. Then we get to Sunday. notice it starts to shift to the east, but regardless, that means multiple rounds of severe weather expected, and that includes our area as well. So here's a look at tomorrow. This is zoomed into northwest Arkansas. Notice right now, some strong to severe is just to our west, but I do think that there might be a chance that they a little bit expand that to the east just because there could be a couple stronger storms. Now, we're not going to say it's an entirely widespread severe weather risk tomorrow. There could be a couple stronger ones. Otherwise, expecting heavy rain. Now on Friday, notice that risk includes all of our area. We're in the orange. That is severe possible. We're going to be watching that very carefully, so stay tuned for that forecast as well. And then on Saturday, that more significant severe weather risk is to the west, but we are included in a risk there that we will need to be watching very carefully. And then again, Sunday, that's our fourth risk, and we're going to be expecting the potential for severe weather again that day as well. There's some uncertainty because if we see early initiation, any rainfall could, it could stabilize the atmosphere. There's a couple other factors that we're watching as well, including the potential for some areas could see up to 6 or 7 inches of rain isolated across the area. So we're keeping a very close eye on this. Keys to take away: severe possible Thursday through Sunday, severe possible, and it's going to be some uncertainties in the area. So just stay tuned, stay alert, follow me for more.
With sports coming to a close this school year, we still have some storylines you fans need to know. Stick around after the break. We're coming back with UATV Sports for your Razorbacks fix. Welcome back to UATV Sports. I'm Jordan Lassiter, and tonight I'm here to give you your Razorback Sports update. Baseball defeated Arkansas Pine Bluff in a run rule win during the 7th inning with a score of 11-1. This game took place in Little Rock at Dickey-Stevens Park. The Razorbacks have improved their record to 11-2. Starting pitcher Ben Bybee finished 2 innings with 4 strikeouts. Cooper Dossett had a career-high 3 scoreless innings with a career-best 4 strikeouts. Christian Fouch and Parker Coyle also appeared in relief with the bullpen combined for 5 shutout innings and 7 strikeouts. Razorback baseball returns to Baum-Walker Stadium this weekend to face Florida in a 3-game series. The Razorbacks have won 25 consecutive games at home. First pitch versus the Gators is scheduled for 7 p.m. this Friday on SEC Network. Jose Marin has been selected to represent Team International at the 2024 Arnold Palmer Cup on Tuesday. This announcement was made by the Golf Coaches Association of America and Golf Channel on Tuesday. In her first season playing collegiate golf, this marks Jose Marin's first selection, and she will be the 6th Arkansas women's golfer and 12th from the men's and women's program to represent the Hogs at the event. As Jacob Scoff Olsen of the men's team has also been chosen to play for Team International. This summer, Olsen will represent his native Denmark on Team International. This marks the first time since 2018 Arkansas has had 2 men's and women's golfers play on the same team. The 2024 Arnold Palmer Cup is set for July 5th through 7th at Lunich Golf Club in Ireland. This event is a Ryder Cup style tournament which features the top men's and women's collegiate golfers with a United States team competing against Team International. Swinging into softball, Arkansas's right-hand pitcher Morgan Linestock has earned her 2nd SEC Pitcher of the Week honor. This is the 3rd week in a row that an Arkansas softball pitcher has been named SEC Pitcher of the Week. Left-hand pitcher Robin Herron earned the honor last week. In the series opener against Alabama, Linestock pitched a 4-hit complete game shutout. Razorback softball returns to action at Baton Rouge this Friday. First pitch is set for 6 p.m. on SEC Network Plus. Our new basketball coach, John Calipari, will serve as the president of the NABC Board of Directors for the 2024 to 2025 season. His term will run through the 2025 Men's Final Four. In his role as NABC president, Calipari will provide strategic leadership for the NABC Board of Directors on its advocacy work and initiatives that support the coaching community and the game of basketball. Calipari first joined the NABC Board of Directors in 2013 and served as its first vice president last season. He assumed the role of NABC president following the 2023-2024 term of Lipscomb head coach Lenny Atcliffe. And my anchor clock has run out of time tonight, and we're headed into a new season. For UATV Sports, for the last time, I'm Jordan Lassiter.
And welcome back. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast. Notice severe weather is possible with this little box here all the way through Sunday. I have not issued a weather alert day just because there's still uncertainties. Same for the River Valley. Severe storms are possible through Sunday. Stick around. It's going to be beautiful by Tuesday.
And that's all the time that we have for UATV tonight. I am Noah Kim.
And I'm Kennedy Smith. Have a good night.